This apple could have been picked 10 months ago. Some varieties can spend months in controlled storage and still reach a supermarket crisp and firm. So how? It isn't frozen. The apple is still alive, still breathing. The trick isn't to stop the clock, it's to slow it down. Once an apple is picked, its cells keep working. They use oxygen and stored sugars and release carbon dioxide. That's respiration. And as respiration continues, the apple keeps aging. It softens, its chemistry changes. Eventually, crisp becomes mealy. So the first move is obvious. Make it cold. Cold slows respiration. It slows ripening and softening too. That's why refrigeration buys time. But months of storage need another trick. You change something much less obvious: the air. Normal air contains about 21% oxygen. Inside controlled atmosphere storage, apples are often kept at only around 1 to 3% oxygen, while carbon dioxide is also carefully controlled. The apple is still breathing, just much more slowly. Think of it as low power mode, not pause, low power. But lower isn't always better. Push oxygen too low or carbon dioxide too high, and the fruit can be damaged. Off flavors can appear. Some varieties can develop internal browning. So the goal isn't to remove as much oxygen as possible. It's to find the level that slows the apple without stressing it, and that level changes with the variety. Then there's another clock: ethylene. Apples naturally produce ethylene, a signal that helps drive ripening and aging. Storage conditions can slow that process, and some commercial systems add another tool called 1-MCP. You don't need to remember the name. What matters is what it does. It reduces the apple's response to ethylene. The ripening signal may still be there, but the apple reacts less strongly, like turning down the volume on the message. So does all of this make a 10-month apple the same as one picked yesterday? No. Storage is not a time machine. Controlled atmosphere can preserve firmness and acidity remarkably well, but flavor and aroma can still change, and different varieties have very different storage limits. Some may last only a few months. Others can stay in controlled atmosphere for 8, 10, or in some cases close to 12 months. That distinction matters. A supermarket apple can be 10 months from harvest. That doesn't mean every supermarket apple is. So why do this at all? Because apples are harvested in a season while people buy them all year. Long-term storage stretches a short harvest window into a much longer selling season. And when the apples leave storage, return to normal air and warm up. The clock speeds up again. The apple never stopped aging. We just learned how to make its clock run much more slowly.